This podcast is sponsored by sciencebased.learning.com. Discover your passion for languages with our innovative ebook, audiobook, and video system. Maximize retention using spaced repetition. Start your journey today.
How metacognitive knowledge boosts adult language acquisition. Discover how metacognitive knowledge enhances language acquisition and adult language learning through effective strategies and science-backed tools. The role of metacognitive knowledge in language acquisition. Learning a new language is an exciting journey, but it's also a complex process that can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially for adult language learners. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than just memorizing vocabulary or practicing grammar rules. One key factor that often goes unnoticed is metacognitive knowledge, a powerful element that can significantly enhance your language acquisition experience. Whether you're curious about the science of language learning or looking for practical ways to improve your skills, understanding how metacognition intersects with language acquisition can give you an effective edge. What is metacognitive knowledge? Metacognitive knowledge is essentially thinking about thinking. It's your awareness and understanding of your own learning processes. When you grasp how you learn best, you can regulate your study habits, adjust strategies, and monitor your progress more effectively. In adult language learning, this self-awareness can make a huge difference. Think of it this way. Instead of blindly following a language course or memorizing phrases, you actively reflect on what methods work best for you, whether that's listening to podcasts, writing out sentences, speaking with natives, or using flashcards. This kind of strategic, self-aware learning helps your brain internalize the language more rapidly and deeply. Why metacognitive knowledge matters for language acquisition. Research in the science of language learning shows that metacognitive skills boost not only how you learn a language, but also how much of it you retain. Here's how metacognitive knowledge supports language acquisition. Helps you set realistic goals. When you understand your strengths and weaknesses, you can set achievable language learning targets that keep you motivated instead of frustrated. Improves your ability to evaluate progress. Regularly assessing your language skills lets you adapt your study plan on the fly, focusing effort where it's needed the most. Encourages strategic use of resources. Knowing which tools or methods suit your learning style helps you choose the right apps, books, or conversation partners. Boosts self-confidence and motivation. When you see yourself progressing even in small ways, it encourages persistence, a critical factor in adult language learning. Applying metacognitive strategies in your language learning routine. If you're wondering how to learn a language more effectively, start by incorporating metacognitive strategies into your routine. Here are some actionable steps. Keep a language journal. Write down what you study each day, what you found easy or difficult, and any questions that come up. Reflect on these notes regularly. Set SMART goals. Make sure your language goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, I want to learn 20 new vocabulary words this week is better than a vague I want to improve. Self-monitor speaking and listening. Record yourself speaking or listen back to conversations you've had. Notice pronunciation, fluency, and comprehension, then plan how to improve. Experiment with different learning techniques. Try listening to songs, watching videos, doing exercises, or using spaced repetition flashcards to see what clicks with you. Regular self-assessment. Take quizzes or language proficiency tests periodically to track your improvement and identify weak spots. Why adult language learning can benefit more from metacognition. Adults often face additional challenges in language acquisition compared to children. Time constraints, busy schedules, and a tendency to be self-critical can all work against successful learning. Metacognitive knowledge helps you work around these barriers by making your practice more targeted and efficient. Adults also bring more prior knowledge and cognitive skills that can be harnessed through metacognitive awareness. For instance, you might draw parallels between your native language and the new language, recognize patterns, or apply problem-solving skills to figure out grammar rules. Using metacognition encourages a more active and meaningful engagement with language learning material. Enhancing language learning with science-based tools. No discussion about improving language acquisition would be complete without mentioning the advances made through technological tools that incorporate research from cognitive science. Platforms using spaced repetition and other evidence-based methods can align perfectly with metacognitive learning strategies. One standout resource for adult learners is sciencebasedlearning.com. Their system combines a simple ebook, audiobook, and video lessons with an online practice app designed specifically to boost language retention using the science behind spaced repetition. This method ensures you revisit vocabulary and grammar at optimal intervals, which is a great way to automate part of your metacognitive strategy and optimize how you learn a language. Conclusion. Language acquisition is more than just memorizing. It's about engaging with your learning process thoughtfully. Metacognitive knowledge empowers you to become a smarter, more strategic learner, especially useful in adult language learning. By reflecting on your methods, setting clear goals, and regularly reviewing your progress, you can make language learning more efficient and enjoyable. If you want to enhance your language learning journey with science-backed techniques and tools, check out sciencebasedlearning.com. Their comprehensive system brings together theory and practice, helping you learn faster and retain more through proven methods like spaced repetition. Remember, the key to successful language acquisition is not just how much you study, but how well you understand and manage your own learning. With metacognitive knowledge in your toolkit, you'll be well on your way to fluency.